Hello, Ashley Rigdon, the English cartoonist in France, here again. Today's video is about the proportions of the body if you're intending to make your character be amusing. If you do the proportions just normal, then you just got a classical drawing. But one of the ways to make your character look funnier, cuter, better from the point of view of a cartoon is short legs, and now I'm going to explain to you how you do that. Short legs are funny. They actually are, or at least they're cute and they're endearing. Now what I've got to kick off with here is an image on the left which shows the normal size of an adult male, and it's normally considered that an adult male is about 7 heads tall. So there's one head just there, and then I've enumerated them down the left hand side, and you can see pretty much most people certainly when they're young, fit and got a waistline, they kind of look about that shape and size. But in the middle here, just to its right, I've done my little approximation of the world famous Charlie Brown, and he's a lot cuter because he's only 3 heads tall. But he's a child, and that's great. You know, he's bound to be quite a lot smaller than the adult anyway. But what I'm going to do now is show you what happens when you take somebody who has the proportions of a child but is actually an adult. So we'll just take these lines across like this, and they've got to really look like an adult. You know, there's no point in just kind of putting different clothes on them. They've got to have different attributes. So an adult might have some hair like this, and a slightly bigger ear than most children would have, and a nose. Sorry, I forgot to put my cross piece in, but there it goes. There's the nose. And we'll give him a moustache as well because, well, you know, children can't have those. There's an eye, and some eyebrows. And we'll just stand him up like this. The real point about this is some of the funniest cartoons you're ever likely to see, the adults have the proportions of children, and it's their behaviour. When they start getting angry, they behave like children. They roll on the floor, they jump up and down, that kind of thing. So what we'll do here, we'll just look, his knees are about there. I always like to sketch in where I think the knees ought to go. And his feet, well, they're nondescript, his feet. And now just to show that he's some kind of a grown-up, I'm going to give him a pipe in his hand in this fashion, so that you can see that he's actually meant to be a man and not a child, and put his hand there so he looks all confident and tough, you know, manly and all those sorts of things. And we can probably give him a tie to wear as well. And there you see, if this sort of a person, you couldn't possibly take him seriously, could you? He's what we genuinely think of as a cartoon character, and that's because he's got adult attributes but the proportions of a child. And we can do the same sort of thing with the female version. I'm not going to draw the lines in this time, we'll do it slightly larger. So there's the head, and she can go like this, a little face, and we'll give her a nice pair of eyes like this, and a very small nose. It's best in general, if you want your character to actually look like a woman, it's better not to have such a great big conch as you might do with comedy men. So we'll give her a slightly sideways smile, and we'll put a scarf around her head because, well, you know, it's one of those signs that, well, it's just one of those fairly cute things that women sometimes do. Big shape for the coach is out. Things that are visual shorthand for a woman. let's have an arm coming down like this. Here she is. She's got a hand, and she has a handbag. There's your visual shorthand for a woman. Handbag, or purse if you're in America, of course. We'll put a few buttons down the front, and then just here, very small feet. Little pair of sort of court type shoes like that. And she also has has the attributes of an adult, but and she's got some hair as well coming out of that scarf. She's got the attributes of an adult, but she has the proportions of a child, and that's why she looks funny. So I would always say, if you can, make sure your characters have got, if you want things to be funny, let's have somebody, you know, a bit of action going on here, running. A hand coming up like this to show the pumping of the run. Same again over here. But the legs will do extremely short, like this. And you see what I mean? And the feet quite large. And you see that it actually looks a lot funnier than if you saw the contemporary pictures of somebody like, you know, Batman or Superman running along. They would look quite sort of heroic and athletic, but our person here simply looks funny, more amusing. And there you are. We keep doing people with no hair. Let's put some hair on. So the person running now, because they've got the short legs, looks a lot funnier than somebody who has the proper proportions of an adult. So keep in mind that what you're trying to achieve, if you're looking for amusement in these things, is any aspect of a human form, or even an animal form if it's an animal that you're doing, any aspect of that which has got short legs and a kind of a childlike appearance. So there you are, that's it. Short legs are funny. Hope you haven't got short legs. See you next time.